this Zoho webinar where we will be talking about, how you can basically improve or make your selling easier or faster with the help of Zoho CRM actually. So we'll be talking about that. Let me start by sharing my screen, and then we can take you forward with this. So we are from Dhruvsoft. We have basically we offer our Zoho services under a brand called Zoho Success, and we are an advanced partner of Zoho. So let me talk today about the webinar will be about implementing Zoho CRM to make the selling easier. Very basic question that we have is, where do we start actually with the Zoho CRM? In this webinar we will be taking you through some of the items that you can set up or customize in using Zoho CRM that we will be talking about. Basically start this is the what all topics that we will be covering today that will help us in terms of selling easier or selling faster. Some of the features that you can use to customize Zoho to help you sell faster will be shown here. So one is users and permissions. We have customization data. We will also be talking about the channels. The channels, the automation, and these are the topics that will be covered. So let's start with first users and permissions. Users and permissions in Zoho will basically help you decide what the users can see and what the users can do actually. This is one of the very, very important feature that we have in Zoho. Why it is important? Because many times when we are selling as a team actually, there are reservations that one salesperson's data should not be visible to other salesperson. It's one of the common requests that we get actually. That is something that we can basically help in terms of when we use roles, we can basically use that to customize that. So with the help of roles, we can ensure that while the manager that they have will be able to see the data of all the three subordinates, but subordinates will not be able to see each other's data. This is one of the very important data security principle also, that people should see the data that they need to see only and not all the data, to provide the safety, security around the data actually. In addition to that, we have something called profiles in Zoho. This is again an important feature that can help us give people access only to those features that they are required to actually see. So this is about users and permissions. So in this particular session, I will not only be telling you about the permission, these features, I will also be taking you through practically how you can set that up actually, and from where you can set it up actually. I'll show you an example from where you can set up. So I'll give a demo and I'll come back here. So let me just move to the demo. So this is, say, one of the Zoho CRM environment that we have actually. And to go to set up this, we have to move to this setup area. So we have to click over here on this gear icon, and we come to the setup area. Now you can only do this from your administrator password. I mean, if you are logged in as an administrator, then only you will be able to see these features over here. So what we are talking about is roles and profiles, from where you can actually access it. Roles and profiles are available in users and controls under users and security control. You can also search it here actually. In case you want to see roles, you can even search here roles, or you can even search profiles here actually to look for profiles. Otherwise, if you know how to navigate in this setup area, you can directly move to security control. Now, before I move to security control, I can show you the users page actually. Now at each user level, as you can see, at each user level, you have a role and a profile. Now what this does actually, a role and profile basically, as we said, role helps in terms of data visibility, what data the user, when they log in, they can see, and profile helps us with the help with the feature visibility actually. So I come to security control to change any role or profile. So here at the top, I can see we have profiles, roles, data sharing settings. So these are available here. Now, as you can see, profile, at any profile, for example, we have a standard profile. So when you buy Zoho, you get some default profiles. And in addition to that, you can very easily create a new profile. What we always recommend that when you're creating a new profile, you in fact clone up the nearest profile that you do actually, so that we don't have to do a lot of settings. So typically a standard profile is what you will clone. And at this level, you can see what features. For example, you don't want a particular user to see leads, you can remove the access of that particular feature using this. Or you can say that they can only view, they don't create or delete that. So you can set up like this, different profile features actually. So all the profile features permissions are available here. So this is about the roles and the profiles. Now coming to roles, which is like your organization hierarchy. It is not same as organization hierarchy, but this is the hierarchy for your data visibility. So here, you have a manager, under manager, you have different, subordinate roles. Under subordinate role can also be sub-subordinate roles like that. So when we have two adjacent roles, they may not be able to see each other's data, but their parent will be able to see the data of subordinates and his own data. Then their parent will be able to see the subordinate or their own data like that. So this defines the data visibility. Now, sometimes it may happen that you want to give additional access to people apart from what role or the data visibility that they have. You can use something called data sharing settings. So this is what I wanted to talk about roles and profiles today. Let me come back to the presentation to take up the next topic. So next topic that we will discuss today is the customization. Now, to sell faster, Zoho gives you a lot of features that can help you customize Zoho in the way you want. And not only customize, it is also helpful in terms of meeting your organization's requirements actually. So if your organization requires some specific type of workflow that can be done, so this customization can help you with that. So what all you can customize? Let us first see this actually. So there is not only one or two things, there are a lot of things that can be customized with Zoho. So you can see there are several things that can be customized. You can customize your homepage with the widgets that you want. On each of those pages, you can customize that each of the modules that you have. You can customize fields. You can create new modules. You can create your own dashboards. You can create workflows. You can have, as we discussed, profiles and all. You can customize potential or deal stages, something we can customize. We can have different views. We can set up autoresponders to people so that we can automatically respond. So these are some of the things that can be customized that I just wanted to highlight. So let's take few of them that I would like to showcase to you and how that will work actually, and that will make your life much easier. That is what I will highlight today. So I'll take few of them. The first one in this demo that I would like to take is the module field customization, actually, how you can do that. So today we will be talking about field customization. So to do customization, we'll come to this customization area. So as you can see in customization, you can customize your modules, fields. You can have your own wizards, pipelines. You can customize your templates. So these templates can be like your print templates or email templates that can be customized. So a lot of things can be done here. So one of the simple things that I would like to touch upon today is modules. So in case, say for example, in leads module, you wanted to add a new field. So you can navigate to leads module. You can go to layout. You can select the layout that you would like to edit. And on that layout, it's very easy. Everything is drag and drop. In case you want to add any field, you can just add the field from here actually. So here you have, for example, I wanted to add a date field wherein I want to record say if we are conducting a webinar and I wanted to record a webinar date. So I will just create a field for webinar date over here, add it on this and save it. In case I want to make a field mandatory or something, we can edit the properties here. You can make it required, up to you. I mean, this is something that can be done. And then you can save it. It's very easy to do module or field customization that you as a company can, as if you are an administrator, you can do yourself. And once this is done, you will be able to see that on your leads module. So if you navigate to the leads module and you open any lead, actually, so just say I open a particular lead, I will be able to see this particular field over here, actually, which I can enter. So suppose if this person is attending webinar today, which I can see, I can add that webinar date and attend this, and mark it, actually, so that in future we can refer this back, actually. So as you can see on my screen, I have created a lot of custom fields, actually. Some of the fields, are typically not available, in standard Zoho CRM. So we have created a lot of custom fields here, and like this, you also can create custom fields. Now, there are some other features that I would like to showcase today to you. So whenever a new lead comes to you, you have some of these hidden features that are available, actually. Apart from what you see on the screen, you have a lot of hidden features that are available that you can use, to make your selling more effective, actually. So if you look at these three dots, and you will see all these features which are available, actually. It will make your selling more efficient in some of these features, actually. So one of the very important feature is this enrich data. What this does is, once I click on enrich data, it searches, through a Zoho third party, integration, which is already available. It searches the internet and finds out if any additional data about this particular person is available, actually. As you can see, once I clicked on it, it shows me, if for that particular person, if there is any email ID, what is the industry in which they are, if there is any Twitter ID or something which is there, which I can use, and I can update this, actually. So I'm able to update the lead. It will go to edit mode, and as you can see, since I was updating the Twitter, so it is highlighted in yellow color here. So I am getting this Twitter account for this particular company from which Siddhant Bhandari is. So this is one of the very important, very powerful feature where you can enrich the data from the publicly available sources into Zoho. The another important feature that I would like to highlight here is the macros, actually. Now, what are macros? Macros are, help you to do some repeated tasks. Okay. For example, if whenever a lead comes, you first try to call that lead, actually. And in case the lead does not picks up the phone, then you want to automatically send one message to them. Not automatically, you will have to basically use a macro, but you don't have to manually send each time. You can use a macro to send a message to them that we tried to call them, but they are not available. But in case they want to call us back, you can call at this number. At the same time, you can also schedule a task for yourself to recall this particular lead once again. So let me run one particular macro, actually. So no answer on phone, this one. If I run this macro, so what happens in this particular macro? So as you can see on the screen, the lead status will be updated, an email will be sent, no answer, this template, and a task will also be created that we will do a second call attempt for this particular lead. So let us do that. Let me do that. So if I do this, so it has done and executed this macro. And after execution of the macro, as you can see, the lead status is changed, to not contacted. You can see lead status history, it has become not contacted. You have one open activity that you have to do a second call attempt. So it is to be done after 1 day. So it has scheduled that. And an email, as you can also, see, actually can be, has been sent that we have tried to call you, actually. Can be, see this, we can see that email sent from CRM, tried calling you for your inquiry. Okay, so this is one example that we have for the macros. So this is the macro, that we have. Now let me also, tell you about some other features that you can use, which we don't use. One of the important features is the timeline, which will show us, the entire history of what has happened to this particular lead, actually. So as you can see the timeline. So this is these are some of the features that I can say that are very useful. We have a social feature wherein you can integrate this with the with that particular person's social handles that you can use actually. You can also see in case you integrated with Zoho Sales IQ, in case they are visiting your website, you will be able to see that as well actually. So these are some of the features. And email, of course, as I said, like you will be able to see all the emails that that are there actually in the system. So this these are some of the features that I wanted to show you about customization. So let me take you back to the presentation, and let's try to see what are data related features that you can use to make your selling more easy. So as you can see, we have usually a lot of data. You get a lot of lists of leads, etc., that you can use in the CRM, and then you can run your campaigns against that actually and get more qualified deals against them. So this is the data, you can add data. You don't need to manually upload create each and every record. You can in fact upload the data using some of the tools that are available, and there are some other data tools that are available that I will be talking about. So to manage data, what all you can do actually is something that I would like to tell you in this particular demo. So let me show you some of the features to manage the data. So one of the very important feature to manage the data or see the data are these list views that are available. So you can have multiple list views. You can classify your leads according to the way you want, and you can have them organized into multiple list views. Now, why you should use this? So that you can appropriately run your campaigns against that particular list view. For example, this list view I have created is where all the leads are for a city called Mumbai. So other feature which we have is these filters that you can use. So you can create some filters, and then on those filters you can save your own filters also. You can effectively again have a very specific list of leads that you want to target. So this is about data management that you have. When you are using this, there are some features that have for example, if you want to do run a macro, like as you can see, we have run a macro on an individual lead. We can run a macro on multiple leads by selecting from a list view. This is another very good thing. You can send a mail to all the 4 from here. That is another good feature. We can create a task against multiple leads from one single button actually. We have other options that are also available. One of the very important option is mass update option. So using the mass update option, you can mass update any field on all the leads with the same value. So these are some of the data management features that are easily available for anyone that is using as an end user. In addition to that, you also have features like mass convert. You can convert them into deals en masse, and you can mass change owners, maybe assign the opportunities or deals or leads from one person to other persons. You can mass add them to campaigns. So those options are all available here. I suggest all the attendees here to check the list views, and on the list views, when you select multiple records, see the options that you typically get. The other side that we can look at as an admin, you get some of the features that are available for data administration. So here you have features like import, wherein you can import your data. So you have one is that you can import from other CRMs which are available, plus in addition to that, any other CRM, if you have an Excel or CSV file, you can import in this actually, and it's very easy to import. You can export all the data. You can export a specific module or all the data which is available. To export all the data, you can even take a data backup. So you can schedule it. You can take a data backup that is available with you actually. So these are some of the data administration related features that I wanted to talk about. Now move over to channels actually. Now what are channels? So channels are nothing but like the ways in which the customers can connect with you. So Zoho CRM provides us multiple channel options We have telephony options. You can integrate Zoho CRM with telephony so that when somebody calls you, you get an incoming call pop-up which comes up, or you can even click and call to an as an outgoing call. With the help of CTI, you can integrate this. Zoho supports multiple telephony options here. We have an option wherein through an email, they can connect with you. We have a feature called Zoho Sales Inbox that can help us organize the email and view the email in the context of the record that we have in a particular in Zoho CRM actually. We also have options to live chat, and we also social media options which are available. We can basically get the leads from social media as well actually. And Zoho provides a very, very powerful solution called Zoho Social that can help us get the leads through social media. So let me now show you a small demo of these channels and how you can configure these channels. So let's see. So we come to Zoho. So anytime you will be on a home page, you can click on this gear icon here, and you can come to the setup area. And in the setup area, you get these channels actually. So as you can see here, we have a channel called email, telephony. There is a new option which has come in Zoho recently, which is business messaging, which is nothing but WhatsApp messaging. We have social chat, signals basically is wherein you can monitor how your customers are, interacting with your channels. For example, if they open an email, you'll get a signal for that. You can also create customer portal or a vendor portal, which can be created through these channels actually. So the first option, email, you can integrate your email with the help of this. You have multiple email related options are available. And at the end of the day, you can also see when you're sending emails, how credible your emails are going, and also you can get the email intelligence based on that, whether they are clicking. So against each customer, you will be able to set up your email. Telephony is wherein you can integrate, with the telephony, what all features that are available. So one feature is that you can do a single click dialing. That means from Zoho. So for example, if I am on a particular lead, I can just use something called click to call. So as you can see, this is, if I have a number somewhere, I will be able to call up. Maybe I can. Yeah, for example, you can see here, I have this option called call. So I can just click on this and it can basically use the CTI. It will send a message to my phone and it will start a call from my phone actually. So you will have to, of course, click on the call link, but it will connect through your phone. So there are multiple options that are available for telephony. You can choose any one of those options. Okay. Whenever customers are calling, you will be able to get a pop-up in CRM. That's one of the best thing, and you don't need to use your phone to answer that. You can use CRM itself, in which you can click on answer and you can answer that particular call. Also, it will do automatic call logging. So these are the features that are available with telephony. Business messaging, wherein you can integrate it WhatsApp. So this feature is now available. It's a new feature in Zoho CRM that is available. You can also integrate with multiple, social, channels, for example, Twitter and Facebook. That is what you can integrate it with. And you can manage those leads that are coming from there actually. And chat, which is basically you can chat, through Zoho CRM. If you are using Sales IQ, you can chat within Zoho CRM. As you can see, I can see we have the visitors online here. And in case I want to start chatting with any of those visitors, I can just click on the chat icon. It will take me to Sales IQ, where I will be able to start chat with those visitors actually. And I can initiate a chat with them over here. So these are some of the options that are available in Zoho actually, in terms of the channels or in terms of different channels through which customers can connect with us. So let me now talk about the automation. Automation is nothing but you can, yeah. So basically, like different kind of automations that can be done. You can assign automatically a particular record to a user using assignment rules. That's one type of automation. It's easy to set up. Everything is point and click. Even your administrators with little bit of IT knowledge will be able to do this. Also, we have something called scoring rules. Again, it's a very powerful feature where you can score a particular record. It's typically a lead, based on like how many times that lead is interacting with your emails, whether they are opening it or not, if they have taken up a survey or not. Based on that, you can score a particular lead, high or low, and according to that, you can focus on the leads which are more, which have more score. Plus, we can also have workflow rules, wherein depending on some criteria, we can take certain actions. So actions can be like, an email can be sent automatically, you can update a field automatically, or you can call an external API automatically. That can be done. So let me show you where these workflow or assignment or scoring rules are available in Zoho. So again, we will go to the setup area. In the setup area, as you can see, we have automation section over here. In automation section, you get workflow rules here that is available. You have assignment rules, which I discussed, and you also have scoring rules actually. And these are very easy to set up. I don't want to take you through the entire setup process of this, but I will just show the screen of each of this. So to create a rule, all you need to do is let me use one of the existing rules. So here you can very easily define when this will happen, what will be the condition, and what will be the actions. So you can define with very easily here. The other thing that I would like to highlight is assignment rule. Basically, based on the criteria, you can assign again different records to one of the user. Now, assignment rules come very useful when you have leads or cases, because leads normally you wanted to assign to different users within the organization. So let me show you one of the existing rule again here. So you can apply rule criteria, and then based on that rule criteria, whom to assign the record to. And I will also show you the scoring rule, one of the scoring rules here, the lead scoring rule. So here, for example, if the records is completely filled, we are giving certain points. We have status. Based on that, we can give the points, etc. We can score the particular lead actually. So this is about the automation. Let me take you through the next item, which is reporting. Now, one of the very, very important features of Zoho CRM is the powerful reporting tool that comes along with Zoho CRM. Actually, in this reporting tool, you can create your own reports. As an end user, also you can create reports. You don't need to depend on some administrator or some partner to create these reports. So you have different reports that are available. You can click on the create report. So there are some standard reports that are available, plus you can also create your own custom reports. So let me show you a small demo of how you can create the reports actually. So whenever you are in Zoho CRM, you can go to reports. You can in fact search in this. Go to reports. So once you go to reports, you will have several report folders that are available actually here. This may be different in your environment because we have created a lot of custom folders over here actually. But normally you can see all the reports or your reports actually. And in case you want to create a custom folder, you can create that and organize your reports from here. So to create a report, you can just go here to create a report. It's very easy actually. And all you need to do is select the primary module first. For example, I want to see a list of all the leads, and I want to see the leads divided by different cities that they are into actually. So I'll select the primary module as leads. In case there are multiple modules, it will actually show you 2 or 3 modules also. So once I have selected a primary module and I want to add a child module also along with that, then I will be able to do that. So right now I don't want to do, I just want to create one level report with the primary module. Then I can actually see what columns that I want to add. So it is selected some standard columns which are there. In case I don't want those columns, I can remove them, or I can add some columns that I want. For example, all I want is like name, I want the email, and I want phone. Let's say I want mobile also, so I can click on mobile and then I can click on done. Like this, I can see these fields are appearing here. Now, as I said, I wanted to create a report wherein I wanted to group this by city. So to group it by city, I also need to have city as a column in this, of course, right? So I'll add the city as a column. I click on city, I click on done. So once I have city as a column, I mean, maybe everywhere city is not there, but that is fine. Now here it comes, how can I do the grouping actually? Suppose I want to group it in city. So I click here, I add the group on city column. I can add multiple level of groupings if I want. So right now I've added only one level of grouping. So as once I add city as grouping, you can see here, it is now shown. So as you can see, some are cities without name, and then some are with a name, Chennai 1, Chittoor 1. So I can start seeing those leads actually. In addition to this, I can add filters that I only want to see. For example, I don't want to see where the city is black. So I'll add a filter for that. Okay. So I will choose a field. Again, I'll choose a field for city. So let's filter based on city. So city is not empty. So we'll have only those records where city is not empty. So now you can see we are getting only those records where city is not empty. So as you can see, when you're building report, at the same time, you're also seeing how the record results will be there actually. So once your report is done, you are satisfied with it, you can run and check it once how it looks. This is how it's going to look actually. In terms of, so city wise, you will be able to see this actually. Additionally, in case somebody, when they are running the report, they only want to see a particular record, they will be able to see that. These are some additional filters that are available actually on the date. But I'll be able to run a report like this actually. Let me edit it back again. Here, what I want to do is, in case I want to save this report, I'm satisfied with this, I will be able to save it. When I'm saving, it will ask me for the name of report. So I'll name it leads by city. And on that, I will be able to select a folder. So I'll select it, say in leads report folder, and I can save it. So again, this report is created. I can, in case I want to add a chart on this particular report, I have this option available where I can see create a chart. So I can see, I can decide what type of chart we want. I can maybe create a donut chart. I group by city. I can see the record count. So once I add the chart, I will be able to see, okay, how many I have. For example, in my database, most of the leads are from Bangalore, followed maybe there are different names that are available here. Bangalore, we have Ahmedabad. So there are different options that are available here. I'll be able to see this actually. So this is how you can create a report. The other feature which is related to report is also dashboard. As you can see, we have this option called dashboards, which is available actually, where we will be able to see different items like this in a dashboard. We will be able to see this. Here we can create or customize the dashboard the way we want. So here there are different dashboards that are available. For example, I can click on deals dashboard. It will show me a dashboard of my pipeline. So this is one example. I can see in the pipeline, how many leads are, what value is there into what particular stage actually. I have multiple options that are available. So dashboards is another feature which we can use while working with Zoho CRM, and it will help us improve our effectiveness actually. So let me go back to the presentation. In fact, that was one of the last topic that we have. We are now on the questions. So I will stop the screen projections and we'll take up the questions now. There's one question which is coming, and this particular question, it is being asked like, can we send mass email using Zoho? Can we send a mass email using Zoho? Yes, we can send mass email using Zoho. Mass email, for example, you want to send mass email to a list of leads. I will not send it here, but let me just select this. Suppose you select the leads to whom you want to send mass email, and you can use this send email option. Here you can select a template and send it. So this is one way to send mass email. Actually, you can send email in multiple, and you can send it. The other way to send mass email is through these actions actually. So you can come to these actions wherein you have options called mass email here. As you can see, this is one of the mass email option. You also have a very important option here which is called autoresponder. Now what is autoresponder is that you can define a series of emails wherein if somebody takes an action with your email in some way, for example, they open the email or they click on an email, you can take a different path in that email flow using autoresponder. So today I will just demo to you how you can use mass email. So for example, you can click on mass email. So once you click on email, you have this create mass email option. You can select which particular list you want to send to. So instead of all leads, for example, I only want to send this to my Mumbai leads actually. So I can select Mumbai. I can select a template from this actually. For example, this I wanted to send them to invite to this webinar, so I can select it. I can send immediately or I can send later. I have options to trigger an action. For example, if somebody opens it, clicks it, I can set up a follow-up action in case I want to do. So if somebody opens an email, I can configure my system in such a way that I can add a task. So suppose I have sent email to 1,000 people, and out of which 10 of them opened my email. Now, since they have opened my email, I know them, they have opened my email, they will recall in case I call them. So I can schedule a call immediately for them. Okay. Or suppose out of 100, 90 have opened my email, but 10 have not opened the email. Then for them, I can open up a follow-up task, that can do something like this. So this is an option that I can use, I can also add follow-up email. So this is the first email that will go, which will go immediately. I can add a follow-up email. I can choose another template here that I want to send. And for that particular template, I can decide to send all the people who have received it or to open those who have opened it, and how many days after that I want to send. So I can select that and I can add that as well actually. So like this, I can add multiple follow-ups. Okay. So not only one follow-up, I can send, for example, in an automated manner, 3 or 4 follow-ups, I can do it. While it's a best practice that you can send only up to 3 to 4 follow-ups, don't send like 8 to 10 follow-ups. It will be too much, of spamming. And also ensure that whenever you're sending mails, you have a proper unsubscribe option, which is available in sending mass mails. So this is, the question that you had about mass email that I wanted to answer. If you all have any more questions like this, please write that in the Q&A box. We will be answering that. I will stop sharing my screen once again and look at the Q&A. So I'm which is over here. So let me take up that particular question. The question is about if we can segment automatically the leads in some way. That's a very good question that you have. So let me show you this particular feature, actually, how you can segment automatically in Zoho CRM. So we navigate to Zoho, we can go to the setup area. In this setup area, as you can see, again, we have an option called segmentation in automation. So this is a very good option that is available where you can actually, identify the customers based on something, and you can actually segment them based on that. Actually, so this is another feature that is available, and you can use this particular feature actually. A little later. So one of the question is when mass mails are sent, where the mails are going to be in inbox, spam, or newsletter. So I think one of the worry that you have is the mails are going into in the spam. Actually, this is one very common problem that most of the people face. So let me show you why we have this particular option, how we can resolve this actually. So when you're using mail, you want to send mass mails actually from Zoho. So we have this option which is available actually in the emails. So you can come to channels, and then the channels you can click on emails. So here, when you are onto the emails, you have options actually wherein you can whitelist your particular emails. Let me just yeah, this is the email deliverability. This is the one. You can click on deliverability, and you can first of all verify your domain and authenticate your domain. So you should not send directly without integrating it through your domain. You should send the mail should route through your domain actually, because sending it from Zoho's servers may sometimes result in spam. So you can use your own domain. You can verify your domain. You can authenticate it. In case you are sending a lot of emails, you can also use something called email relay. So your mails can be like go through a relay server, so you can avoid that mass mailing from this. Sometimes there is a complaint that comes is like when the customer receives the email, it comes at sent by Zoho on behalf of this. It comes like that actually. So to avoid that, you have to do this email authentication. So if you do the email authentication, that particular issue will not come actually. And at any time, you will be able to check your credibility. That means like, when you're sending emails, for example, here, if I have sent 8,320 emails in last 1 month, how many were delivered? How many have bounced? They might have bounced on because the email IDs were not correct. But at the same time, what is my credibility score actually? Is it in green or not? That is very important. Or if they have made some spam complaints, there should not be very high bounce volume, because if it's a very high bounce volume, that shows that you're sending a lot of spam emails actually. So you can monitor that. So all these features are available under email deliverability, and you can set that up. In case you need any help in terms of, you can take service of service providers like us. You can take that, because sometimes these setup becomes little tricky, where you have to set up your SPF or DKIM in your DNS settings. So you can take help of consultants like us. That is also a possibility. Let me show you some of the new features which have come in Zoho CRM. I will demonstrate them to you. So let me share my screen once again and demo this to you. So some of the new features that have come up recently in Zoho is a feature called Canvas. Now this is a feature wherein you can have a very good page which can be designed actually. So for example, when you are onto leads page, actually you get a new type of view that you can view in. So right now, as you can see, you have different ways to view it. So you have a list view, you have a Kanban view, and you have a canvas view. 3 types of views that are available actually. Now list view, you see the leads like this. When you click on Kanban view, you see them based on the stages, you will be able to see them like this. For example, these leads. And also we have something called canvas view. Now this is a view. Right now this is not completely configured properly, but if you configure them, then you will be able to see them as a much better view can be shown here, where you can have the photograph or any other thing that you would like to configure on this canvas actually. So this is a feature that I wanted to talk about. That is a new feature which is available actually. We also get a new feature which is called CPQ. Now it's a very old demand which was there from all the Zoho customers to create this CPQ, which is configure price quote tool actually. So where you can design it's a design your own product configurator actually. Now which kind of companies would like to use this? So if you are selling a simple product which wherein you have a product, you directly give the quotation, then you can continue to use your current quotes and products. But in case you are having a product or a quotation that you're giving wherein you configure before you give it to customer. For example, if I'm selling computers, if I sell computers, then I can configure a computer that you need this much RAM, you need this much memory, you need this processor, you need this kind of sound card. So you can choose and pick and configure the offering that you want actually. So here is that product configurator wherein you can decide you can have different pricing rules created for that, and you can use this. So the CPQ is a new feature that you can use actually. So these are some of the new features that I wanted to highlight. And of course, the business messaging is a new feature which we already discussed. You can integrate this with WhatsApp. So once you integrate with WhatsApp from the system itself, you will be able to send messages to them, the pre-approved messages. Plus, in addition to that, if they connect with you, you will be able to answer from within CRM itself. So these are some of the new options that are available. So we are towards the end of this particular webinar, and it's great to have all of you present. And we have taken up your questions, and in case you want to take further help, we at Dhruvsoft, we also work as a brand called Zoho Success. We are available. Our team of Zoho consultants are available to help you with any kind of further configuration, not only related to CRM but related to any of the Zoho products. And you can connect with us, on that in that regard. And also, we just wanted to highlight that we conduct these webinars regularly. Every month, we conduct one webinar on different Zoho products. So we'll continue to send you invitations for that. In case you want to join any of those webinars, you can sign up for that. And we want to thank you once again for joining this webinar. Thanks all of you.